Writing to Save a Life, The Louis Till File is a true crime biography by John Edgar Wideman, first published in 2016 by Scribner. The book delves into the life of Louis Till, the father of Emmett Till, and the tragic injustices that affected both men. Wideman's exploration of this lesser-known chapter of the Till family's legacy was nominated for the 2016 National Book Critics Circle Award and the 2017 Andrew Carnegie Medal for Nonfiction. Wideman, a distinguished writer and educator at Brown University, is renowned for being the first author to win the International PEN/Faulkner Award twice and the second African-American Rhodes Scholar. He also received the MacArthur Genius Grant. Writing to Save a Life sheds light on the story of Louis Till, Emmett's father, whose fate is intertwined with his son's tragic death. In 1955, Emmett, just 14 years old, is brutally beaten for allegedly whistling at and harassing a white woman, and later dumped in a river after being savagely attacked by the woman's brother. Emmett's murder became a national symbol of racial violence in America. Wideman, introduced to the case at the same age as Emmett, is deeply disturbed by the injustice and sets out to uncover the full story, which leads him to the lesser-known history of Louis Till. Louis, a young man at the time, was executed by the U.S. Army on charges of rape and murder. Wideman embarks on a search for the truth, despite the lack of available primary source material, as much of the documentation from the trial is missing or incomplete. He examines whatever court transcripts he can find and uses his imagination to fill in the gaps. As a result, the book becomes a mix of nonfiction and fiction. It is as much a personal journey for Wideman as it is an effort to highlight the enduring legacy of racial injustice in America. Wideman's connection to the story is personal as well. His own father served in the U.S. Army during the same period as Louis Till. Wideman's reflections on the experience of being a black father and son in America and the complex legacy of the civil rights movement are central to the book. Although Wideman initially intended to write a novel about the Till family, he found that nonfiction allowed him to better explore the pain of their separation and the larger implications of their story. At its core, Writing to Save a Life is an effort to reconnect the generations of African Americans who have been separated by history. Wideman acknowledges that the full truth of the story may never be known, but insists it's crucial to remember the past, ensuring that such injustices are never repeated. He concedes that we may never be able to determine if Louis Till was innocent or guilty, but he feels it's important to judge based on the evidence available. The existing evidence paints a picture of Louis as an abusive husband, with a short marriage marred by violence. His wife obtained a restraining order, but it was ineffective. Faced with the choice between military service and jail, Louis chose the former, fully aware that African Americans were treated as second-class citizens in the military. Wideman sources Louis's government file through a Freedom of Information request, but finds the file riddled with gaps and discrepancies. What Wideman can confidently assert is that Louis was sentenced to death primarily because of his race. He did not receive a fair investigation or adequate legal representation, and in the eyes of the law, he was already guilty before the trial began. Understanding the reality of being an African-American male in Louis's time is difficult for contemporary readers, but Wideman uses his creative imagination to bring us closer to that truth. He emphasizes that for many African-American families, there was a constant, terrifying knowledge that every time a male relative left the house, he might never return. This serves as a poignant reminder of the racial injustices still faced by African-Americans today. Wideman concludes by reflecting on his visit to an American military cemetery in France, where African-American soldiers, even in death, endured indignities. Their graves, he notes, are not treated with the same respect as those of their white counterparts. Wideman realizes that men like Louis feared their own army and comrades more than any foreign enemy. Writing to Save a Life is not just the story of Louis or Emmett. It's the story of all black men of that era, and Wideman's goal is to bring their struggles to life, shedding light on a painful and often overlooked chapter in history. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did, and be sure to subscribe. Thank you.